Hi, my name is Paula Schlegel, and you don't know me, but I'm a storyteller, and I travel to campgrounds and family reunions. I work at retreats, and sometimes go do conferences, and I tell stories. Last Christmas, I had a story that came to me that I think will become a part of your family tradition. It's called The Christmas Potato. Let me read just a bit for you. Charlie was excited for the Christmas vacation until his mother had him doing chores. He was so frustrated that he was mumbling and grumbling under his breath. His mumbling and grumbling grew louder and louder. His dad came in to watch the evening news just in time to hear Charlie say, "I hate this. It's not fair." Dad interrupted Charlie's complaining to remind him that Santa was watching, and he didn't think Charlie would want a lump of coal for Christmas. Charlie tossed the dust cloth onto the shelf he was working on, glared at his dad, and said in his most sarcastic voice, "Come on, Dad. You don't really believe that Santa Claus really knows what everyone in the world is doing? All I know is that Santa's great friends with God, or he wouldn't have any Christmas magic," replied Dad. "Even if Santa's elves don't catch you being naughty, Santa will know." With that, Dad sat in his chair, turned on the TV, and focused on the weather report. Charlie slowly turned back to the shelves. Santa's elves, he thought. Give me strength. I would certainly notice if a little person with pointed ears and wearing a green suit was watching me. Charlie finally finished his chores and was about to run out the door to play when his mom stopped him and sent him to the storeroom in the basement to get some potatoes for dinner. Charlie didn't like the storeroom. It was creepy. The storeroom was right next to the family game room, but it felt as if it weren't even a part of his real home. It smelled like dirt from the baskets of vegetables. The room was small with too much in it. There were baskets of vegetables from his mom's garden, jars of jams, and boxes of decorations for birthday parties, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and of course Christmas. The light was mounted on the wall over the switch, so the glow didn't reach all of the corners of the room. This caused strange shadows on the walls. Charlie often thought of a cave or a tomb when he was in the room. He never told anyone about his fear. He opened the door and flipped on the light. How much more could he take? It wasn't fair. Why couldn't his little brother do this one little thing? Kevin was certainly capable of carrying potatoes. Charlie started grabbing potatoes, but he had the strangest feeling that he was being watched. He looked over his shoulder toward the stairs, but saw that no one had followed him down. He continued sorting potatoes. Since he knew he was alone, he also continued griping about his parents' bossiness. He knew they couldn't hear him, so he didn't even bother being quiet. "I am on vacation. I have worked so hard at school. This isn't fair." With his hands full of potatoes, he was turning to leave when he noticed a little man sitting on a shelf. He wasn't wearing a green suit, and he didn't have pointed ears. He looked very real. He was wearing blue denim overalls and a red shirt. His clothes were paint-stained, and although his hands were small, they looked as if they were used to hard work. Impossible, thought Charlie. He closed his eyes and shook his head. He took 3 breaths and slowly opened his eyes. The little man was still there, but he looked as if he'd changed positions. "Just a decoration," Charlie said out loud. "There is no way that Santa really has enough elves to be watching me." Then, to Charlie's surprise, the small man waved his little hand, winked, and jumped into a basket of potatoes. Charlie dropped the potatoes, rushed out of the room, and slammed the storeroom door. He didn't stop running until he was upstairs in his bedroom. He leaned against the door with his hands over his face and whispered to himself, "I must be going crazy." Is Charlie's imagination in overdrive? Or has he discovered one of Santa's elves watching him? To order your copy of The Christmas Potato, simply go to tapepublishing.com. Or if you want to learn more about me and my stories, visit me at Simply La La Land, paulaschlegel.blogspot.com.